the chosen one. This riches has been allocated to you. Prepare for this. This money was not distributed randomly. This message was given as a heavenly notice from the skies to your soul. You did not ask for ordinary, and you were not designed to live an average life. Something larger has been lurking over your destiny, waiting for alignment and time. The assignment over your life comes with an inheritance that most people cannot see, but the Spirit cannot deny. This message is being sent to you on purpose. The riches coming to you is linked to your name, mission, and spiritual identity. You were picked to not only receive, but also multiply. Not simply ascend, but also construct. Get ready, for the world is going to witness the arrival of a life distinguished by supernatural prosperity before it ever experienced suffering. Stay with this video till the conclusion, for what is spoken here is not only for your ears, but also for your alignment. Write your fondest wishes and include the number 777. This is not only symbolic. It's full of energy. It sends a signal to the cosmos that you agree with what's happening. You are awakening something divine inside your vibration, and as you write it, believe it. Wishes come true when they are brought to life by faith and courage. Now choose one. I like this video. Subscribe. If you haven't already, please subscribe and let's get started. The riches that is headed your way has a purpose. It is not riches for display. It is riches for function. It is riches that has been miraculously preserved until the time of your maturation. You were never supposed to pursue it. It was always intended to find you. But first, you had to go through seasons that cleansed your intents. You had to travel through flames that consumed greed, ego, and immaturity. God was not attempting to postpone your promise. He was trying to keep the promise from falling into the wrong hands too soon. You see, riches given at the wrong moment is a curse. However, when riches is unleashed in divine timing, it becomes an unstoppable force. What? You've gone through the nights of bewilderment, the days of survival, and the times when you wondered whether you were noticed. All of it was preparation for this moment. You were not wasting time. You were hiding in plain sight. You were covered, so the opponent couldn't intercept what you had. While some sought platforms and accolades, you cultivated integrity while others attempted to maneuver their way to wealth. You were selected to get it by divine inheritance. That's why your article seems different. That's why your road seemed lonely. Because your task is not like everybody else's. It entails both money and responsibility. And the moment has come. You are going to be trusted with more. What does this mean? It signifies your name is in the rooms. You have not yet entered. Your energy speaks for you before you even arrive. Conversations about you are taking place, which will result in open doors, plenty of opportunities, and miraculous transactions. And you will not have to battle for it. You will not have to beg, push, or plead. You'll stroll in as if it was always yours. Because it does. The money that was allocated to you understands your energy. It knows your tale. It recognizes your heart. And it's finally in track with your timetable. There is a change occurring in the unseen. God has adjusted the system to benefit you. Not because you're superior, but because you're in agreement. You are now in alignment with your mission, and purpose is what draws provision. You've been looking for solutions all along, but the answer has already been determined. It only required you to catch up spiritually. Now that you've reached spiritual maturity and secretly passed certain tests, the money that has been waiting for you has become available. Expect to notice indicators. Expect to sense a change. Expect an unusual favor. Expect unexpected support. Expect financial trends to reverse. You've entered a world where nothing is accidental anymore. Every coincidence is a manifestation of divine cooperation. It will not look like you thought. It will not come from the folks you anticipated. It will not go the normal route, but it will find you. You'll realize that individuals are giving you items you never applied for. You will see opportunities that did not exist last week. You'll feel at ease. Where there was once terror, you are now entering the flow of wealth. And once you're in the flow, everything happens gracefully. It is not coerced. It is fluid. It is not chaotic. It is divine. Don't be surprised when the checks arrive. Do not be shocked if contracts alter. Don't be perplexed when the appropriate individuals appear. This is all part of the task. You may feel the strain mounting right now, but don't mistake it for punishment. Pressure always precedes a breakthrough. Pressure indicates that the blessing is near. Pressure indicates that you are in labor with destiny. The opponent attempted to persuade you that nothing was occurring. But the fact is that everything was occurring in quiet. Your money was being prepared behind the scenes. Your crop was growing in places no one could see. And now it is being disclosed. Stay vigilant. Stay open and don't talk yourself out of it. Don't back down when the chance arises. Do not wonder if you deserve it. You do. You have been qualified in silence. You were picked when the others were preoccupied. The riches allocated to you comes with instructions. Don't simply accept it. Understand what it is for. You're a vessel. You're a funnel. You are not just a beneficiary of abundance. You are a conduit of heavenly flow. As long as you maintain the proper position, the flow will continue. The key is alignment. Keep your heart clean. Keep your eyesight clear. Do not compete. Contribute. Don't pursue. Instead, attract. Do not prove. Believe that everything that comes your way is already seeking for you. All you have to do is stay in place. This richness is more than simply money. It signifies knowledge, influence, favor, access, and clarity. It is the kind of prosperity that changes you from inside before it reaches your bank account. When an inner transformation occurs, the outside world adapts to meet it. You are not just wealthy. You're ready. You are not just blessed. You're in position. You are not just favored. You are entrusted. That is why it has taken time. That's why it's arriving now. Because you can now carry it without sacrificing yourself. Now you can have it without shrinking. Now, you can go into rooms without feeling tiny. Because now you understand who you are. And this is the reality. Those who believed you were done will be the first to see your rise. Not to embarrass them, but to demonstrate what divine timing looks like. You were not ignored. You were preserved. And now that the veil is off, the world will know who you really are. The task is obvious. The riches has arrived, and your name is already on it. The world you formerly navigated with bewilderment is no longer your surroundings. This is your testimony. You are no longer the version of yourself that asked, "When will it happen?" You're now the one. It is occurring to the selected person. This ascribed wealth is more than simply a resource. It's a spiritual movement masquerading as affluence. This time is not for catching up. It is all about leadership. And as you ascend into what is yours, your posture will change. You will find that your old anxieties are no longer relevant in your new frequency. That scarcity attitude you originally carried as a burden no longer fits with your improved personality. This prosperity has brought you closer to your healed self. Wealth was not delayed. It was miraculously postponed to coincide with your maturation. If it had happened when you were still doubting yourself, you would have pushed it aside. If it had come while you were still clinging to hazardous settings or dangerous individuals, you would have been emptied. But now you know how to guard what is precious, how to spot distractions disguised as opportunities, and how to remain quiet about your progress, since not everyone needs to know what you are getting. Some things are just between you and God. You will observe that this money is not shouting. It flows. It demands reverence rather than attention, and it will infiltrate your life in a gentle but strong manner. You may awaken to emails that alter your status. You may get a phone call that changes the path of your destiny. You may have a spiritual impulse to move, change, or act. When you do, things will open up. The world will not understand it, but it will bring you peace. When you look back, you'll understand that every door that has previously closed was only creating place for the one that will never close again. Avoid comparing your method to others. What you've been allocated is unlike everything else around you. Comparison will only deprive you of the clarity you need to pursue this route. Some consumers got their payments early, but not in whole. They advanced, but did not align. However, you are aligned, and alignment leads to longevity. Your given riches will not be transient. This will not be a fortunate occasion. It will become a lifestyle, since it stems from a heavenly source. What comes from God is never seasonal. It is forever, since this money appears in your life. Some folks will change. That is not your business. Some may dispute your fast promotion. Do not explain. Some will separate themselves due to intimidation. Don't pursue them. You are not called to babysit others' vulnerabilities. You are supposed to walk with authority over your task. And wealth reacts to this. It does not react to loudness or sympathy. It reacts to clarity and confidence. So, stand tall, speak clearly, and act decisively. Because the energy you walk in today attracts everything that belongs to you. Everything you'd lost on the route to this point had to be eliminated to make room. Let that settle friendships, possibilities, and failed beginnings. They were not losses. They were alignments disguised. If they had remained, they would have cost you the future that you are currently experiencing. You're not broken. You were polished. You're not late. You were concealed. You are not wanting. You're about to overflow. And when you do, your life will be proof that divine missions are genuine. You were not meant to bustle indefinitely. That is not your last chapter. You were called to harvest and receive, to function from a place of rest and revelation. Wealth given to the chosen one is not obtained by force. It is acquired via obedience. It is the result of trust, not the work of fear. So, if you find yourself still working as if you're attempting to show something, stop. Breathe. Remember that the table is already established. The feast is ready. All you have to do now is sit in the seat reserved particularly for you. And while you sit in this new energy, see how the atmosphere changes. People will begin to respect your presence. Resources will begin to react to your energy. Even things you forgot to pray for will begin to appear unexpectedly. This is the result of being in divine harmony. Doors will not need knocking. They will swing open. Ideas will generate revenue. Peace will become a strategy. Your presence will change rooms not out of ego, but because of assignment. An assignment always has a heavenly resonance. Pay careful attention. The wealth that is allocated to you is multifaceted. It encompasses spiritual authority, emotional abundance, bodily restoration, and financial breakthrough. Yes, the money is arriving, but so is mental clarity. So is the serenity. So is the delight you thought you'd lost forever. It is all part of the deal. God does not bless transgressions. He blesses abundantly. So, if it begins occurring, don't stop it. Do not diminish it. Don't say it's too much. You have waited. You've persevered. You've expanded. Accept everything now. You may feel unworthy. That is normal. However, don't allow your feelings overshadow the reality. Perfectionism was never an indicator of worthiness. It was centered on identity. Your identity has never altered in God's sight. You were picked previously. You were tested. You've been assigned previously. You were anointed. You were destined. You had been doubted before. And now you're prepared. The wealth recognizes your name. The frequency of favor has been calibrated to match your vibration. It's already approaching you. Maintain a sense of stability. This season will be characterized by acceleration. But don't hurry the flow. Have no fear. Focus. You're not merely starting a new season. You are transforming into a new person. And the money allotted to you corresponds to that version of yourself, not the settler. So, keep expanding. Continue to remove uncertainty. Keep extending your vision. There are no more restrictions. The limitations have been lifted. The ceiling has been shattered. The floodgates are open. You are not just getting riches. You are embarking on a legacy. The actions you make now will affect future generations. This riches extends beyond your own existence. It is about the lives that will be changed by you. Your family's line is moving. Your bloodline is being improved. What was previously usual in your ancestry now lacks turmoil. Struggle is being replaced with stability, clarity, and plenty. And you're the heavenly interruption. So move openly. The kingdom is supporting you. Walk freely. The chains are gone. Walk modestly. The grace is thick. But walk. Don't wait. Don't second guess. Do not wait for applause. You've been picked. You've been allocated. And now you're being freed into everything you were designed to bear. Every selected soul has a turning point in their path. When an unseen promise becomes evident. Reality. This is the time for you. You're entering a place where what you used to imagine is now influencing your actual experience. And whereas some individuals strive to create out of desperation, your manifestations are born of alignment. Deep, clear, and authored stick alignment. That's why it works right now. That explains why the energy feels different. Because you are not asking the cosmos. You are aligning with the frequency of what is already yours. The riches that has been allocated to you does not need an intermediary. It does not need clearance from the systems that previously disregarded you. You will not have to persuade anybody. You won't have to degrade yourself to be welcomed in surroundings that weren't designed with your name in mind. Instead, you'll discover chambers you didn't know existed, open just for you. These aren't ordinary rooms. There are places ready for your remarkable purpose. You are going to enter circles that respect what others have overlooked. You will get recognition, not because you wanted it, but because your frequency proclaimed it. Before your came, your humility laid the groundwork for this prosperity. You remained silent when you might have clapped back. You followed your method while others performed for rapid approval. You did not hurry the cocoon. You waited for your wings. And today, patience is unveiling heavenly wealth. This is about more than simply financial plenty. It's about access. It is leverage. It's the type of overflow that not only benefits you, but also spreads to people around you. It was allocated because it was always intended to serve a larger purpose. You may experience tension this season, with one foot in the familiar and the other drawn to the new. Don't fight it. That pull isn't confusion. It's a transitional period, and it signifies that something larger is urging you to break free from the nearly cycle. You are breaking the cycle of restriction, indecision, and tiredness. You are beginning a cycle of divine rhythm, divine returns, and divine repose. This money will rebuild all that has been shattered, not just with sustenance, but also with serenity. Watch what occurs when you begin to anticipate it, not hoping with uncertainty, but anticipating with confidence. Your expectations become invitations. The more you match your ideas, words, and energy with the fact that this is your receiving season, the more reality responds. Ideas will become blueprints. You'll see that desire becomes platforms. You'll realize that what you believed was a coincidence is really divine insight. And you will know that this was never random. It was always written. Your name has been recognized with favor. And no matter how long it takes, the mark has not disappeared. It's becoming light. It's gleaming through the remnants of your history. It is resonating across your life's chronology, announcing one thing. You were picked for this. You were made for this. You did not survive all you've been through only to live in survival mode. You are entering the realm of overabundance. This is not theory. It is the activation process. The chosen one. As you accumulate riches, keep an eye on your surroundings. Certain areas will no longer feel like home. Some interactions will begin to drain you rather than nourish you. That's an indication that your spirit is recalibrating, and your inner world is expanding beyond the boundaries that formerly seemed comfortable. It's okay to outgrow. It's all right to leave a table that no longer meets your spiritual needs. The riches you've been allocated will need a new rhythm, a new routine, and a new framework. You won't be able to move the way you used to. That is not punishment. It's time to prepare. Don't be shocked if seclusion grows. That silence is not empty. It is a refinement. That silence does not indicate rejection. It's an instruction. Pay careful attention. During these quiet times, heavenly blueprints are downloaded into your soul. You are obtaining insight, clarity, and accuracy, because the prosperity that is coming requires responsibility. This is not the time to coast. Now is the moment to start building, and you're receiving the ingredients in the spirit before they manifest in the real.